Hello friends, welcome. In this tutorial we are going to learn on how to make a music visualizer, especially the music beat visualizer in Godot. I hope you like this video and let's get started. First of all, let me show you my scenes here. So I've just created a scene called test and it's of type not 2D, and we have got a speaker sprite I've just included in my scene, and another spinner sprite. So we are going to use these two sprites for visualizing our music. So this speaker will visualize the beat. So once you hear the beat, it will start beating, and there is another spinner sprite. So I will just rotate this sprite according to the music's intensity or magnitude. And another thing is we have got a audio stream player also, not also in our test scene. Okay, and if we look at our project structure, we have got nothing here. It's a new project. So we have got icon, we have got a song for analyzing or visualizing the song, and we have got two PNG images, and we have got the scene file, test scene file, and that's it. So let's start on visualizing the music. Okay, so first of all, let's click on the audio tab here, right in the bottom bar of our editor, and let me just drag it upward like this, and you can see something called here the master bus. And in the master bus here we are going to add an effect. So let's click on add effect, and we are going to search for spectrum analyzer. Click here. So in the effect here we have added spectrum analyzer. That's good. And now let's just drag this audio tab down. That's great. And now let's go to the audio stream player node here, and I've actually already added a music inside the stream variable or the property of the audio stream player. So we can play the music also here. So that's the music we are going to visualize. And now let's click on the audio stream player and let's add some script for it. So let me click on this green plus button, and we are going to make audio stream player.gd script. So let's click on create, and we have created the script here. So let's add some of the variables for the script. First of all, we are going to export some variables. So let's export. Okay, so we are going to create the two variables that will hold these two sprites. So I'll just call it sprit sprite1 export var sprit sprite1, which will be of type sprite2d sprit sprite2d. That's great. And another export var sprit sprite2 is to sprit sprite 2D. So we have created two export variables, sprite1 and sprite2, which will be of type sprite2d, and we have already created these two properties. And we are going to just drag this speaker on the sprite1 and another spinner sprite on the sprite2 variable like this. That's good. And next let's create some other variables as well. So first of all, I'll just create a variable called spectrum, spctrum spectrum. Okay, and this will be of type audi audio effect an audio effect spectrum analyzer instance. Okay, so this will be the variable which is called spectrum of type audio effect spectrum analyzer instance. That's good. Now let's go in the underscore ready function, and here we are just going to initialize this spectrum variable as spec spectrum variable equals to AUDI audio server 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 dot get underscore bus underscore effect instance. Okay, we are going to get the effect instance, and it will ask us for the index of the bus. Generally the bus index is 0 comma, and another one is we are going to effect. We also need to get the effect. It's also 0 by default, so we are going to get the bus effect instance of the channel 0 and the bus name also 0, bus index also 0, and the effect index also 0. That's good. And next we are going to play the song as well. Play the stream, audio stream. That's great. And now let's see what happens just right now. Save it, play. Okay, you can hear the audio, yeah, the song. That's great. And now let's go to on the underscore process function here, and we are going to simply check if we have spectrum variable loaded or not, or the in spectrum variable is instantiated or not. Okay, if we have got in spectrum variable, there we are going to proceed, and we are going to make some other variables called var TUD magnitude 1. Okay, so this will get the magnitude of some spectrums of some certain hertz. First of all, SPEC spectrum. So magnitude 1 will hold the spectrum and get the magnitude of the frequency that is ranging from 20 to 100 hertz. So the 20 to 100 hertz is generally of the drums or kicks or beats. Okay, the bass of the sound of the music. So the magnitude 1 will hold the magnitude of the bass beat, bass of the music. And let's make another magnitude, the magnitude 2 equal to SPECT spectrum dot get magnitude of the frequency. Let's hold the magnitude of those frequencies from ranging from 2000 to 5000. Okay, so this magnitude 2 will hold the magnitude of the frequencies that is ranging from 2000 to 5000 hertz. That's good. And now let's make a variable called scale factor, SCL scale factor for the magnitude 1.0 plus magnitude 1 multiplied by 2. Okay, so I have just made a variable called scale factor, which will be minimum. It will have a value 1, and if there is some magnitude in the spectrum, yeah, then it will be multiplied by 2, so that I can scale the speaker. Okay, so that we can see the beat. That's why I use this variable called scale factor. And now let's scale our speaker. Okay, so if we have sprite 1, then we are going to scale it according to the magnitude. Okay, so we have also a scale factor here. We have multiplied it so that we can see some change in the speaker's scale, a speaker image. sprite 1.scale scale.x. so we are going to scale the x part of the image. Let me just larp it. So let me call the larp function, and first of all we are going to pass the same sprite scale as scale scale.x comma, and we are going to scale it to the scale factor, how much it is, scale scale underscore FPCTOR factor comma, and we are going to give a weight of 0.5. okay, that's good. And what's going on here? Is there something wrong with my function? Expected closing where? Where is the closing expected? Oh, here also I think I did some mistake. Dot. So here in the spectrum, get magnitude, frequency, range. After that we need to specify length. Okay, don't forget that. Here also dot leng length. That's good. I forgot that. And then did I forget something here? I don't think so. If sprite1 is sprite.scale.x larp sprite scale comma here comma, yeah. So that's it. So if we have got the sprite1, that means the speaker sprite, we are going to change its scale. Okay, change its image, make it a little bit bigger. Also do this thing for the Y part of the image also. Y scale Y. Here also is scale Y. Let's see what happens now. Let me just play the music. Wow. And now you can see the scaling of the image, yeah. And the speaker responds to the bass beat of the music. And let's also spin the spinner. So let's get back to our script. And now if we have sprite2, then we are going to spin it according to the magnitude of the higher frequency, that's ranging from 2000 to 5000 hertz. Sprite sprite 2 dot rotation or rotation in degrees equals to how much? The magnitude 2 will be the magnitude we will measure for the spin of the spinner, and we are going to multiply it by 300. Okay, save it, and let's see what happens to the spinner also. Let's see, we just play. Spinner not spinning properly. Let's fix it. Instead of giving it the magnitude, I'm just doing equals to, I'm just going to do it plus. Okay, so we are going to just keep on rotating by including the plus sign here. Save it. Let's see. And that's how we visualize the music, guys. I hope you like this easy and simple tutorial, and if you like it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.